Sheppy, a lot of people know you as the man with the white hat.
Yeah, the hat, man with the hat.
Just tell people your name, what you do, where we're off to today, and what you've got to do in the morning before an away match.
Okay, so I'm Karl Sheppard. I'm kit manager, facilities manager. We're going to Walton today, Walton and Hersham away. So I've allowed 2.5 hours for the journey, so we'll leave at 10:30, but I get here about 2 hours before, so I arrived at 8:30. And now we've got to start the process of getting everything ready for the game. So kit.
Players bring their own boots, or do you?
Yeah, no, the players do their own boots at this standard, yeah. So kit, BBC we call it, balls, bibs, combs.
Right.
All the wet stuff, because it's a wet day today, so the players have got everything they need if it gets wet during the game or after the game, so they don't get cold. Right. And the management. Stuff for the coach, so breakfast bars, get all that ready, get their water ready. So I'd like them to have chilled water, so I'll do the water in a minute and then put that in the freezer for an hour. So by the time we get there, it's nice and chilled for the players. Some have fluid, so I need to do them and make them up. Other jobs I've got to do today is finish the tumble dryer with the players' towels, because that's left over from Thursday. I come in yesterday from Brookers and got all that stuff. Get all the shirts. Gaffer hasn't sent the team through yet, so make sure I got 16 correct shirts. We're in the white today because they play red and green, so that's another job of the kit man, is in the week to make sure there's no clashes of kit. Yeah, all the little things nobody notices. This is my special bag. So here I've got some of the players some new socks to wear under their lovely, they call them gain the edge, so grip it socks when they're playing. One of the players had a problem with his boot, so I said I don't do boots, but if they ask me, so we glued that one together, so that's ready for him today. This bag here, I have a bag of goodies. You never know what you want on a day. I know it's daft, but ibuprofen, spare captain's badge we needed, Imodium, looking all sorts in here, tunes, you name it in here, stud thing just in case. Also in here I carry the spare, so the blood shirts, socks, and make sure all that, we got a white one today. Also the players' training tops. I guarantee someone will forget their training top today, so I try and make sure I've got a training top spare. In here, Mac is always asking, one of the gaffers, Mac is always asking for different things. So I make sure I've got pens, marker pens, ball pens, in case he runs out.
Have you got any stories on something you forgot for an away day or something like that?
Yeah, I have. I have missed stuff sometimes. You do.
Yeah.
I don't write it down. I should maybe write it down. The list is endless. Do you know what I mean?
That's the thing with an away day. You can't.
So I know today I've got to make sure I take my table, because sometimes we get there's no table to put all the players' snacks. So I've got to go. I'll show you. I'll go through all the snacks in a minute. So I forgot the table a few times. Toilet roll. I haven't put that in yet. Would you believe it? You know, they don't give you much on away games, so you want to make sure the players got toilet rolls. But me, once I forgot the water bottles. I put them in the freezer and I forgot to take them out. So, and this is the sort of stuff they get the hydro.
Right.
So people don't realise. A lot of the players take this to keep their energy up during the game. Some have it before the game and after.
Yeah.
Also gels. So if you come in here, we've got to go into Johnny's room. My physio mate. So I've got to go upstairs in a minute, fill that with ice. So that's ice for their shakers after the game, during and as soon as they come off. So they've got the protein and all that goes in them. Ice in there, we go up and fill that up in a bit. But I'll have to crack on. I've got plenty to do. So in here we got players' kit. So sort out who's who.
Yeah.
Who's not playing today? Who's injured, unfortunately?
Do you have any players that do any special requests or anything like that? Like some players these days, like four or five their socks and stuff like that.
Yeah. See here, So all this is 4 or 5 players. I've got 5 players who ask me to wash their kit.
Right.
Not their prima donna, you know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they pay me so much a month.
Yeah.
And when they arrive, it's all waiting for them.
Lovely.
Which I'm quite happy to do. I used to do. The only trouble is I keep mixing up whose pants is who, and that don't go down well.
What's the earliest you've had to get here before an away game?
I remember my longest day for Gloucester City was when we was in the north. I think it was Darlington we had to do in a day. And I remember getting here about 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I didn't get home till 2 in the morning. Because I don't take the kit home. I wash it here.
Right.
The chairman's given me some lovely washing machines and a lovely tumble dryer.
Yeah.
So I don't take it home. My wife's not a football fan, so work and home life is completely separate. Yeah. So everything has to be done here before I leave. We do it for the 3 points, don't we?
Exactly. And people like you behind the scenes is what people want to see.
Listen, mate, football's a drug. Gloucester City's a drug. I've been here too long supporting this club. Back in the Brian Godfrey days and beyond, my boy comes to watch the games. He's 35.
Yeah.
And he used to sit on the wall watching Chris Burns' dad. Mr. Not Chris's.
Harry Burns.
Harry Burns' Chris Burns. And, I still remember going to Cardiff. Yeah. We were 2-0 up and we drew 2 and they come down here and wrecked the place and beat us 1-0 in a replay. But that, magic memories. Magic memories. And I do believe we're getting there this year. And I think the City's coming back, hopefully, and got trust in the process, haven't you? When I left, I went, I had an interview at Aston Villa.
Really?
Yeah. And I got shortlisted. And it's unbelievable. You won her about 7. And then there's the women's team, the academy. And and you don't travel to every game.
Right.
So only the main kit man and his assistant, you just stay behind the scenes. Do you see what I mean? Just washing kit. Then I realised that wasn't for me. Not joking apart.
You want to be part of the team.
Yeah, Gloucester's my team, and you 100% want to be in and amongst it. Yeah. You get that feeling for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so a lot of people say online when these videos go out, "Oh, how do you even get into this sort of job?" Yeah. Could you let us know a little bit on that?
It's my son-in-law. My son-in-law told me that Gloucester City, because he knew I was a big fan, I just retired.
Right.
Had advertised for a kit manager. And if you want the truth, I've never done any washing at home in my whole life.
Right. Yeah.
I've been married 37 years and I have a wonderful wife who does it all for me. So I applied, and I come down and had a walk around with AP. And I remember saying to him, I said, "Look, I'm going to be honest with you, I've never washed kit in my whole life." And I remember him laughing at me, and he gave me the job. Just being open and honest. But I told him I was a supporter, and I didn't want a lot of money because I'd retired. You know what I mean? Just a bit of pin money to do the job. Basically to cover me expenses coming from Tewkesbury, I live.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's how I got into it. It wasn't, didn't know anybody within the club at that time, do you know what I mean? It was a new era under exciting times coming back home to Meadow Park. It was a no-brainer.
These days, players, they've been putting like holes in the back of their socks. What's your take on that?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. It's just another fad. Thank God none of this lot do.
Yeah.
It's just a silly fad, I think. But there you go. Somebody's told them it helps and stops injuries, so who am I to say, eh?
And then obviously they like cutting the bottom of their socks.
Oh, that's...
So they just wear the white.
We haven't had the proper socks yet, unfortunately. Right, There's a big issue with kit, so we haven't got the proper... So the fans know we haven't got the proper red shorts.
Really?
We've got black for both home and away. And we haven't got the proper cut-off, because I ordered cut-off socks already done, so they don't split. Hence putting the burner in today. Yeah. So when they cut those socks I've got, then seal them off so they don't disintegrate.
Right, yeah.
So water's a big part of the game, so we need 2 on the coach, there and back. And 2 in the changing room. So I'm at 10, 15.
15 minutes to spare.
15 minutes to the gaffers. So when they arrive at 10:30, they can have their bacon roll on the coach going, and everyone's happy. And the chairman, let's look after our chairman. Okay, so here's the setup. So we try and find the best space we can, and obviously
Small changing room today.
we've used our portable bench today to set up the drinks, the Powerades, the glucose sweets, jellies, caffeine shots, powder for the drinks, headache pills, Jaffa cakes for half time with the sweets, bananas, mints. And then you've got the players set up around the room.
How quick was the turnaround getting off the coach to get it?
Oh, pretty quick, because the players don't really want to go outside in this weather because it's horrible. You can't blame them, can you?
Yeah.
So we have to have a quick turnaround, do the best we can. We try and use this area to store stuff out the way. As you can see, there's a big area, nothing else for it. So this bag will be full of kit on the way home. Remember the bag there? If anyone gets wet or needs it for the subs. That's the unused pod bibs. We go out on the pitch now and out, get the balls in, out, clear up after, get the water ready for the lads, and anything the coaches want.
Swan's got some defending to do, ball's been missed, and it's a Gloucester chance, and it's a Gloucester goal. Fair play, like, you know.
It's understandable. It's about adapting sometimes.
Uh-oh. It's 4-2.
Come on, boys.
Ball's in. Joss. It's just the wind, what can we do? Like, just can't do anything at the moment. This wind is mental.
Oh, man.
Ball over. Mason.
Mason wins.
Well wet.
Seconds.
What can you do? Like, what can you do when the...
So, Sheppy, 4-4 today.
Oh, what a roller coaster, eh? The fans must feel as we're all elated, of course. I mean, I've never seen. It's almost as if the game shouldn't have been played in them conditions, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
But what it makes for an exciting game, and what's some spirit from the lads. Goodness me! And look at the state we got.
What's the time are we on now?
So we're on 9:05, and as you can see, my mate, you got all this to put away and pack up. Keep the cold out now. Luckily, there's nothing in there. So we got to sort all this out. Johnny usually helps me, so he's doing the stuff for the ladies tomorrow. Right. So I have got a bit of help. So the first job we got to do, because I've got to wait an hour for it to wash, is get the kit on. Yeah. And as you can see, it's soaked, it's heavy. Oh God. It's a mess. So obviously black and white, which is why I don't like playing in white very often. Yeah. We've got to separate that before we can get it on. So I have 3 piles. Training kit. The bib, you know, the, what do you call those things? The vest for the pods? GPS vest. Yeah, GPS vest. I noticed there's some blood on one of these socks, so I got to put some vanish on that. There's blood on there as well by the look of that. So yeah, there's that'll take. There's more washing in there. Look, I've got to sort them coats out so they don't get damp. Yeah, I'll be here. I usually put them on with the vanish. You don't want to put them on for too long, but they usually get a good, just over an hour.
Got here this morning at
8:30. 8:30. So that's going to take, well, it's washing. That'll take me to about 10:10. Then what we do is we put everything else away, hang up all the coats, get all the wet stuff drying in the drying room at the back. Hopefully I'll get that done in an hour. So then what I'll do is I'll get the shirts out and put them up to hang in the drying room, put the black stuff in the tumble, and then put the next 2 loads on. So because there's a lot today because it was wet, I'll have to come in tomorrow for probably an hour, unfortunately. But I'll do it between lunch and the football being on in the afternoon, if that makes sense. But that pretty much is a day in the life of a kit man. Exciting at times when we come back from 4-0. How you can't enjoy football, I don't know. I've had a great day, but Man City lost 4-0, so that's Jesus Christ.
Kit man.
Yeah.
It's the people that the fans don't see.
Oh, the physio.
Because do it on Johnny.
The physio, he doesn't just do the men, he does the ladies as well. And he come, you know, you can't imagine what he has to do when all the players are injured. Yeah. The strappings, the things that go on behind the scenes before they even kick a ball is unbelievable. So John is a good one. Yeah. You can't really, can't really do Macca because he don't do a lot. Nothing to see.